Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hari Om. Hitesh saw to that my niece comes at 3 o'clock. Together they wanted to make arrangements for the computer and all that. But finally it didn't work. Now they changed the laptop and did it in the last 5 minutes. Okay. And these mics, they have several things. In spite of that, we have some problem or the other. So I told them, give me this. Because he said, look at the mic and speak. I said, I can't do that. Because when I'm speaking, I'm not conscious of the mic and all that. Plus I have to see people. So he gave me this. And then there also he gave some adjustment. Then what happens to your artificial intelligence? It's so beneficial. But there are more problems than advantages. There are more problems than advantages. You're not able to hear, is it there? Oh, okay. John, kya liya maine? Okay. Are you able to hear, Sharda? See, like that, whatever is in this world, what best you can do, still cannot be without side effects. Artificial intelligence, how many problems? How many problems? Do you mean to say we have to ignore all of them? No. No, make the best use of them. Make the best use of them. But you should understand that there are all various means to increase the level of your comfort. Are you able to hear at the back? Okay, right. So they are able to hear. We'll see. As the talk goes, I'll be raising my voice because in the beginning, accelerator. I was taking Gita class for one lady, right? She was dusting the pictures. And I stopped. She said, you carry on. She was dusting student and I have to go on talking. It cannot be done. And especially this subject is where I have to be totally involved with the audience. A slight disturbance, my mind comes to you. And how can I be involved? Slight disturbance, even if you turn this way, that way, my mind comes to you because mind follows the eyes, mind follows the ears. You understand? So therefore, if I have to give my best, I have to give the total. And that is the difference that makes in Bhagavatam also. There is a story there. Why? Because Parikshit got notice of death 7 days. And in 7 days, he conquered death, became immortal. Kamsa had notice of 22 years because before the first child born itself, he was told 6 before, 7 before he, that is 10 years. And when he went to Madura, 10, 12 years, 22 years notice he got. And then he could not conquer death. Parikshit conquered in 1 week's notice. Kamsa could not conquer in 22 years. What about all of us? We all got notice when we were born. When we were born, we got the notice, we will be leaving and the time will be revealed later, depending upon the availability of the seats in the flight. In spite of that, we are not prepared. We are not prepared for several things that are inevitable and that you know. Death, old age. Who is not going to come to my age? All of you will come to my age, and I will live another 3-4 years. So you will also live, and probably you will exceed, because as days grow, the longevity is going on. Right? And you know what is old age? From my students, I get one phone call in 10 days. All of them put together. Right? One phone call in 10 days. That means what? Yavat vittoparjana saktaha tavat tajaparivaro rakta. Pascha jivati jarjara dehe vartam kopina pruchati gehe. Right? This is going to happen to all of you. Your children are there, very affluent. One is in Canada, another is in America. Highly affluent. What do they say? If you are working, Daddy, why are you working? For whom? We don't need your money. Whatever you want, we'll send you check. That they are very liberal. But they can't have you with them for more than 3 months, say, in 2 years. More than 3 to 4 months in 2 years. And these 3 to 4 months also, what happens? They have to go to office, both of them. And they have to take care of their children, get them ready for the school and all that. You, till you were 60, were a king. What else? You dictate everywhere. Hey, Thandi, coffee. Especially in our house. Thandi, coffee. Everybody runs and drinks because you are earning. At 80, 90, it doesn't work. And it is not that they are too kind to you, but you only got them married, they have got their duty towards their life. Now when you are 80, they are 50 already. When you are 80, they are already 50. And they have their responsibilities, they have their children, they have to go to office. You expect the same attention. Yeah, one is in Australia, one is in Canada, and you made them get married. Now they have responsibility towards each other, their children, their office. And you expect the service that you were getting when you were in work. It's not possible. Their intentions are good, but it's not possible. So you feel insecure. Every family where there is a person beyond 70 years, this is the problem, insecurity. I know many people in our own classes. After 70 years, insecurity is very high. Right? And what were you doing? Expecting this day I am going to retire. And after retirement, you feel isolated, you feel rejected, right? And then as days aging, fear of death, problem of old age, problem of death. Can you avoid any one of you? Why? Because you never were prepared for it. You were never prepared for it. There was a kingdom where anybody can become a king for 5 years, like our parliament. After 5 years, they are taken in a boat, left on the other side. They have to go to a jungle where wild animals are there. They cannot survive. So, everybody not knowing after 5 years they have to die, were so happy when they were king. And in no time, the 5 years go. And all of them long-faced. So the boatman saw all of them when going. One man was very cheerful when he was going. He said, what is the secret? All of them, I know, last 50 years I have taken 10 people. They were all long-faced. You seem to be cheerful. What is the secret? He said, I know in 5 years I have to go there. Until then I am the king. I cleared the entire jungle. I cleared all the beasts. And I built the whole palace there. I transferred all gold there. Right? So he is happy. So if you are prepared, then old age doesn't have any problem. Death doesn't have any problem. Isolation doesn't have any problem. What is the preparation? In my room, even in ashram, you don't have that privacy. In ashrams also. My room, excepting 1 hour in the morning, 20 minutes at tea, I am in my room. I am never alone. I am never lonely. I am never lonely because my Krishna, my Guru is talking to me every second. Every second I am with them. I don't feel lonely. This is the preparation. This is the preparation. You don't do it, you think it will not happen to me, or it's still long time to go. You can't. You can't. This is a lifetime. You mean to say even I trained myself in the last 70 years? Coming from number of births. It's not even the last 60, 70 years. Number of births. You have to be prepared to meet your old age, to meet your death. Right? You have to be prepared. And the moral for us, Parikshit got 1 week notice. He became immortal. Takshaka came and beat him. He became ashes. Which became ashes? His body. He has long back Brahmalina. He has become one with the Brahman. Body, cremation expenses solved. No procession, no stampede. Right? There were no expenses for cremation. That's what happened to Parikshit because he was ready. Old age also. Before the world rejects you, you reject the world. Before the world rejects you, you reject the world. Why do you need the world? The world needs you. Give them love. Serve them. Give them total love. Serve them. You don't need the world, but bless the world without interruption. Right? This science we are not being taught. We've been taught the science of laptops which fail you at the right time, artificial intelligence, all cyber frauds, suicides because of artificial intelligence. Right? You mean to say we have to live with that? No, they will find some solution. That very solution will bring a new problem. Because that's the nature of the world, changing world. That's the nature of the changing world. Because this world survives by progress. If a businessman every year doesn't increase his profit by 10% at least, how will he pay his salaries? That has to increase 10%. Rent has to increase 10%. So it's a progressive world. Here you have to progress. Here you have to progress. You understand? But don't depend on that. Kanchi Mahaperiyava had universities. Had villages under him, and the wealth is immense. But where was he sleeping? In the corridor, on a palanquin. Small palanquin, he can't even stretch his legs. On a palanquin in the corridor, eating 1 or 2 fists of beaten rice, Kuchela's food. Nothing with him. But people, monarchs, including international monarchs, come there, prostrate to him. Why? He has nothing to give you. You have everything. Why do they prostrate? Because what he has, you don't have. What you have, he doesn't need. He has that peace with him. This is what we have to, before it is too late, find out, train ourselves, live. Right? Freedom from dependence. This is called moksha. Freedom from dependence. Moksha John Bukarma. Why all this is happening? God's grace, Guru's grace, He is training you to be calm in spite of external things. His love for us. You understand? That is called moksha. Freedom from external dependence. You can't change the world. You can't make it perfect. What is bondage? If you don't understand bondage, you can't understand moksha. What is bondage? Dependence. Who is bound? Self can never be bound. Self can never be bound. The five elements cannot be bound, or they ever bound, rather. They cannot have moksha. Five elements cannot have moksha. Self doesn't need moksha. You are a combination of self and the five elements. Then who needs moksha? Who needs moksha? Now please, don't disturb me. Right? Who needs moksha? He who thinks who is bound needs moksha. Who thinks he is bound? He who thinks is the body. He who thinks is the mind. He who thinks is the intellect is bound, dependent on them. And they are always imperfect. They are always finite. And what you want is infinite. What you want is perfection. You don't get them through them. You don't get them through them. And a man would found, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. I am the one because of whom the body, the mind, the intellect function. I am different from them. They are changing, they are finite. I am perfect, I am immortal. The one who knows this uses the different things, and if they function, okay, bless the world. If they don't function, you don't need, like Kanchi Mahaperiyava was sleeping there. All the kings used to go and prostrate to him. Why? Because he has the peace. He has the peace that you want. All your acquisitions he doesn't want. That freedom is called freedom from dependency on the external world, which is nothing but your own mind, because what binds you doesn't bind me. What binds me doesn't bind you. Therefore, there is no reality about bondage. It's completely your own mind. Freedom from your mind is called mukti, moksha. Since the problem is confusion, the solution is not doing anything. Solution has to be clearing the confusion knowledge. Solution lies in clearing the confusion, which is knowledge. It doesn't depend upon whatever you do. This solution for all our problems, because it's a confusion, just clearing the confusion, has nothing to do with what you have, with what you do. Other things are progressive. When they are progressing, there has to be jerks, there has to be friction. Things progressing need to have jerks and friction. You need them. Don't ignore them. Don't say, oh, the whole world is Maya, it is problem. No, you need them. Why did Parikshit Maharaj did such a silly act of putting a dead snake over the Rishi, Shamika Muni? Because he was hungry. He was hungry. He was thirsty. Brain doesn't work properly. Brain doesn't work properly. Therefore, you need the material things. You need all comforts, but don't depend on them. Our Paramaguru says, read the book. All of you must read his book, especially Wanderings in Himalayas. He never even carried a shawl in that -5 degrees. Our Hitesh is scared to go to Siddhabari in summer, March and April. I won't be able to tolerate that cold. Summer, Siddhabari. He was in Gangotri. Won't even carry a shawl. And in his travels, there is no place. He will have to, in that chillness, in that ice, he has to sleep on ice. He won't carry probably more than one shirt or one dhoti, which is Angavastram. Today, what is Angavastram? Tomorrow it will be dhoti. Today, what is dhoti? Tomorrow it will be Angavastram. That's all. But he says, I am ever living in total bliss. He says, I am ever living in total bliss. What is the point without discovering this? Solve every day one problem, tomorrow another problem. Solve that, next problem. And come meet the old age, complete desperate. And finally, with all this suffering, you don't want to die. That's a very strange thing. With so much suffering, you still want to continue living. Right? And the day will come. If you don't find answers, you can't learn swimming while you are drowning. You can't learn swimming while you are drowning. So, since there are two things, one is comfort, another is freedom from dependency, freedom from bondage, which is called moksha, mukti. Two things. Matter is ever bound and dependent and finite. The spirit is ever free, immortal, blissful. You have both. What is the problem? I asked you, who has the problem? The spirit, when it thinks or when it gets mixed up with this body, mind, intellect, it feels it is the body, mind, intellect. There is a confusion of identity. And that one, a pseudo-entity, an entity that doesn't exist, he is the one who has the problem. And you think you are that. So the knowledge of you, I am neither the body, mind, intellect, nor that confused fellow. I am the one who is playing my roles, my games with the body, mind, intellect, and even this jiva. Even this jiva, I am playing. Right? So that understanding alone can release you from all problems. In the worldly things, you have problems and solutions. In this understanding, the problems themselves are not there. Therefore, Mahatmas say problems are dissolved. They are not solved. Problems are dissolved. You have two things now. One which is finite and binding. Another which is infinite and immortal and free. And you have mixed up. Brahma Sutra says, Satyanrutam mithini krutya. Having mixed up Satya, truth, Mithya, which is not there, mithini krutya, mixed up. Satyanrutam, falsehood, Satya, mithini krutya. That is the world that we experience. We have to come out of it. So you have to know what is Satya. You have to know what is Mithya or Anrutam. This knowledge that tells you what is Satya, what is Mithya, what is Anrutam is called Brahma Vidya. Why? You cannot do a single work without knowledge. Without knowledge. You have to know when you are hungry, you should know it is hunger, I need food. Knowledge has to be there. You have to know, I have to eat through this hole. You understand? You have to know when there is stomachache, oh, I must go to toilet. And the people who feed you, they have to have the knowledge of cooking. Without knowledge, action is not possible. Life is series of actions. Life is series of actions. So as the knowledge, so the action, so is your life. As the knowledge, so is the action, so is your life. Right? So if you know the computers, right, you are able to give some comfort and majority of times discomfort. I've seen people having the best of phones, 2 lakhs, 1 lakh, they give maximum problems. A man who is having 800 rupees phone, he has no problems. Right? There was a time when I was going in bus. People used to ask me, how did you come? Oh, I had 50 people to keep my company, chauffeur driven and an attendant. You know, chauffeur driven and an attendant. There is no problem. There are people who have 6 cars. When they want to go, none of them work because some keys you cannot find. And the keys that you can find, that car is behind this. Driver doesn't come. Miserable. Miserable. So therefore, the problems belong to the body, mind and intellect, like all your problems belong to the mobile or car, which is unavoidable under all circumstances, even when there is highest growth. Right? Problems are unavoidable at the finite world because they are finite, changing. To expect perfection in the finite world is the greatest misery you have created for yourself. And to be free from them is called moksha. So you have to have the knowledge only for this freedom. For all your comforts, knowledge alone is not enough. You have to work. You have to produce. But you need it. I am emphasizing because many people in spirituality think, oh, world is Maya, I am going to leave it, I am going to ashram. What are you doing? In ashram the world is not there. Ashram also the same world is there. And in fact more problems than what you are here. One of my sisters, when there were some confusion in the family, said, I am going to the ashram. I said, you go. But if you expect things are going to be better there, don't go. If you expect things are going to be better there, don't go. You understand? So therefore, this knowledge, according to the knowledge, your peace, your happiness, your comfort. The knowledge that gives you comfort is called Bhautika Shastra, physical sciences. The benefit you get is progressive life, it's called Abhyudaya Pada. The total thing that gives you freedom and makes you realize God is called Nishreyasa Phala. That's called Brahma Vidya. Why? It's called Brahma Vidya because every Vidya gives you certain benefit, along with that some side effects also. Brahma Vidya gives ultimate solution and no side effects. Therefore Brahma Vidya, Brahma means biggest, most glorious. Brahma means the biggest, most glorious. Every Vidya gives you some comfort. Brahma Vidya gives you total freedom from problems and total peace and bliss. You understand? So these sciences are called Bhautika Vidya. The results are called Abhyudaya, progressive. Yesterday, I was a millionaire. After 10 years, I will be a billionaire. After 20 years, I will be a trillionaire. After 30 years, I will be dust. I will be dust. Okay. This is called progressive. For progressive results, which comes with the problems, progressive results which comes with the problems, you have to work. Wherever there is work, there is friction. For moksha, there is no work. Only knowledge. There is no friction. For progressive work, Abhyudaya, you have to depend on everybody. Depend on the mic, depend on Hitesh, depend on John, right? Depend on everybody. And I have to see your moods also even when I am restless. You understand? That's progressive, this thing. For living a life of freedom, you don't need anything, you are Swatantra. This is called Paratantra, that is called Swatantra. This is through effort. This is through effort, that is through knowledge. This is called Abhyudaya Phala, that is called Nishreyasa Phala. Right? So all of us should know the Abhyudaya path, progressive, is needed not as an end by itself, as a means to come to the state of Nishreyasa Phala. It's a means, you can't ignore it, don't ignore it. As I said, Parikshit did the silly act of putting the snake on the Samika Muni because he was hungry. He was thirsty. Mind doesn't work. Do not say the world is all Maya. Then don't eat. Right? There's a beautiful story in Vishnu Purana. There's a beautiful story in Vishnu Purana. Ribhu Maharaj, all these Mahatmas, please learn from me. All these Mahatmas, all these Rishis, not 1 second forget their students. Not for 1 second. Forget their students. They are all the time monitoring them. Gurudev said, and Bhagavata confirms, there are several Siddhas who are monitoring the lives of spiritual people. They come in various forms and help you. They come in various forms and help you. Right? So, you have to be available. They are doing everything for you. You have to be available. And when you are available, gradually they take you by hand, step by step, and release you from all sorrows. Release you from all sorrows. You have faith on your work, you have faith on your bank balance, you have faith on your family and associates, you have no faith in the all-loving, all-caring, all-capable God who is attending on you every second. Right? So therefore, this Vidya you have to get before you leave this life. Otherwise, problem solve, morosive, miserable, die one day. Die one day. That's not life is meant to be. God is not unintelligent. Einstein said God doesn't play dice. God doesn't play dice. He's not a gambler. He's not a gambler. He sent you here to rub off all the confusions, to discover yourself to be Him. Right? So that is progressive knowledge. This is called Nishreyasa knowledge. This Nishreyasa knowledge is the subject matter of the Upanishadic portion of the Vedas. Mark this, because the Abhyudaya also is part of the Vedas. This also is part of the Vedas. There is nothing that is not discussed in the Vedas. That is the definition of a Veda. What is there need not be elsewhere. What is elsewhere must be in the Vedas. Right? So Abhyudaya also, why are you worried about others? You just focus to me. I am focusing to you. Right? So the Abhyudaya you need. You can't ignore it. And that is the way you can clean yourself. Because meditation, Nishreyas Marga, Sravana Manana Nidhi Dhyasana, cannot happen to an impure mind. Supposing I have said today, I am my 85th year, I want to celebrate. This is my 85th year, I want to celebrate. Just send a WhatsApp message. I will have here 400 people. WhatsApp message. For Vedanta, how many people are there? And of the so many people, how many are listening to me? Today at least they will listen. From tomorrow that also won't be there because final test match is starting. Right? Why? Mind is totally preoccupied with all useless, mortal sources of sorrow. Mind is not available. So therefore the mind has to be tuned and prepared. That can be done only through karma. That can be done only through karma. Therefore you need the Abhyudaya Marga also. That's called Pravritti Marga. That's called Pravritti Marga. The path of knowledge is called Nivritti Marga. Only two paths, there are several. Only feeding belly. Some people are there like animals, feed and sleep. One category. Two category, for their comfort, they will do anything to the world. They will. Yesterday, today, awful things in the TV. Killed his own family. Today killed the parents. For what? For his own this thing. If killing all of them you can be comfortable, the easiest solution is you kill yourself. Then there won't be problems. Right? But killing myself won't be problems. Next life I have to do. Kill the ego, there won't be problems. Kill the ego, there won't be problems. So this knowledge, though given, doesn't benefit all till they purify. Therefore, pravritti marga abhyudaya is necessary. God has not made anything in this world which is not useful, including Kali. That's why Parikshit doesn't kill Kali. You need it. He only regulates it. He only regulates it. Right? So therefore, you need pravritti marga, you need abhyudaya phala, you need the nishresha marga, you need the moksha. One is a cause, another is the effect. Sadhana, sadhya. Sadhana, sadhya. Right? Whenever I am talking, do not be carried by Sanskrit words. Every word I talk, you have to try to relate to your life. Otherwise, it's no use. Shastra is no use, Veda is no use. You have to see every word that I talk relates to your life. Therefore, what is sadhana? The way in which I can discover sadhya. What is sadhya? Several sadhyas are there, intermediary goals. Final goal is to freedom, seek freedom from all goals. Do this, no more list. No more list. You understand? I don't have to prepare a list. That is the ultimate sadhya. That's the ultimate sadhya. So you need, see why I am taking so much time. There are people who are not aware of this. By any means live, kill everybody, live. That's one group. Himsatmaka karma. Other people think, I will invoke God and do karma for results. For results. Karma kanda. Vishnu Purana says that is called Yajna Vidya. Vishnu Purana gives different definitions for each karma. That's called Yajna Vidya. And then Upasana. Totally inert, stupid fellows living like animals, only eat and sleep. Others do whatever you have to do for your life. There are others who live a little reasonably dharmic life, expect something from God. There are some people who use all these karmas to purify themselves and seek meditation. There are some people who directly seek knowledge. Varieties of people. One is called apara, the other is called para. See the two words, apara and para. Apara he has not decried. He didn't say, you stupid, vulgar and all that. He only said that is not para. Apara means that is not para. It is not ultimate. It's a means. It's a means. I am taking so much time to impress on you. Do not reject, do not try to have contempt for the world. That's a manifestation of the Lord Himself. The world is a manifestation of the Lord Himself. You understand? Ramana Bhagavan says beautifully, Agnasya Vignasya cha Vishwamasti Purvasya Drishyam Jagadeva Satyam Parasya Drishyashrayam Bhutam Ekam, Satyam, Prapurnam, Pravibhatya Rupam. For both enlightened people and ignorant people, the world is there. For the enlightened people, the essence of the world is real. For the unenlightened people, what they see alone is real. That's all the difference. So what you see makes the difference. Vishayan dhyayata chittam, Vishayeshu sajjate. Bhagavatam. That which is tuned to the material world, they live that life. Mam dhyayata chittam, mayyeva praliyate. The one who meditates on me, he merges in me. So what you choose, you will get. Why? Because Lord is the most democratic. Because He knows nobody is lost. They are dreaming, they are lost. Gurudev's words. You are not lost in a dream. You are dreaming, you are lost. So He is relaxed, God, because everything is beautiful for Him. You are confused. He knows one day you will come. He is free, waiting. He is very decent man. He doesn't disturb you. But when you come, one step you take, 10 steps He comes towards you. When you want to hug Him, He is ready to hug you. When you say, Anna, I don't believe in you, good luck, my boy. He doesn't get angry with you. People who think God gets angry with me if I fail today to chant the Vishnu Sahasranama or Lalita, God won't get angry with you. You don't bring Him down to your level. You don't bring Him down to your level. Right? So I said about Abhyudaya, there is a story, I started there, Ribhu. Ribhu was a great Rishi. Ribhu Gita is very favorite of Ramana Bhagavan. I told you several Siddhas, Gurudev also said, Bhagavatam also it comes, Chitraketu, asking, are you this Siddha, are you that Siddha? When Narada and Brahma's son, first son, I am not getting his name, doesn't matter. It starts with doesn't matter. Okay. So when they come, are you this, are you that, you are talking so much of wisdom. I was told there are Siddhas roaming everywhere guiding the seekers. Gurudev also said. Similarly, Ribhu Maharaj doesn't forget like any saint 1 second. I can assure you my experience, my Guru never leaves me for 1 second. 1 second. He wrote me, once I had something disturbing, I wrote to him, whatever may be my shortfalls, don't leave me. He wrote to me, how did this stupid idea come to you? I am ever away from you. How did this stupid idea come to you? I am ever away from you. You understand? So therefore, this Ribhu Maharaj wanted to teach his student further lessons. He comes now and then. Once he comes to his house in a disguise and says, I am hungry. They said, Maharaj, food will be ready in 15 minutes. No, I want the best, tastiest food. He told his wife, whatever you got, make the best of food. They served. He was satisfied, happy. Then they asked, Maharaj, are you now happy, satisfied? What is my problem? You were hungry, you wanted good food, we gave. You should ask the person who was hungry, you should ask the person who was thirsty. My body was hungry, my body was thirsty. Ask them, how can I reply? I am never hungry, never thirsty. You understand? That's called Mano Buddhi Ahankara Chittani Naham. Nacha Srotra Jikve, Nacha Grana Netri. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivu. Right? Ask that which is hungry, which was hungry, which was thirsty. Don't ask me. He ate everything. He demanded tasty food. Now he says this. Why? Guru. He has to teach. He has to teach. There's another lesson about Rubu that I will tell you when I come to Gajendra Moksha, that is Advaita. Right? I promised you I will give some best excerpt from Vishnu Purana. Right? So, and this is one of the stories. That is hunger and thirst. You have to take care. You have to take care. So Abhyudaya is needed. But that's a means only. That's not an end. This all you have to know. Neither ignore the Abhyudaya nor the Nishreyasa. Do know to use the Abhyudaya for the Nishreyasa. The means for an end. And when you have that knowledge, that's the ultimate knowledge. Ultimate is called in Sanskrit Anta. Knowledge is called Veda. So the ultimate knowledge is called Vedanta. That's why in Mundakopanishad, because knowledge is the solution for everything, we have knowledges of several things, but that doesn't give me completeness, freedom. So what is that knowledge? We having known which I not to know anything else. Kasminnu Bhagavan Vijnate Sarvamidam Vijnatam Bhavatiti. What knowing which everything else as well known. He says the same language what I am talking. Dve vidye veditavya. There are two vidyas. Here also there are two, more than two vidyas. There are two vidyas. One is apara, another is para. Tatra apara, ruk, yajus, sama, adharva, chendo, jyotisham, iti. This one vidya, apara, secondary. What is secondary vidya? Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharva Veda. This is secondary. Then what is primary? What is primary? Because this is all your words. All your words. That is secondary knowledge. What is the ultimate knowledge? That which is beyond these words. Yaya tad aksharam adigamyate. Aksharam, letters, words. Adigamyate, you transcend the letters, you transcend the words. That is called the infinite knowledge. That is called Vedanta, and its essence is Vedanta Sara, and that is Bhagavatam. Bha, knowledge, Ga, gati, Va, sreshta, Ta, taranam. That is the best means. Through knowledge, it makes you cross this finite world of change. It's called Bhagavata. What more of Bhagavata? It belongs to Bhagavan. Therefore Bhagavata. Who is Bhagavan? Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Dharmasya, Yashashriyah. Jnana Vairagyam Chaiva Shanna Bhaga Itirina. Aishwaryam, lordship. Not your money. That will come later in the same verse. But Aishwaryam is lordship. Total control over everything. When will you get total control over everything? Will anybody get it? Nobody will get it unless he has controlled his mind. When you control the mind, you are the master of everything. Even gods. Even gods. That's called Aishwarya. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Dharmasya, Yashashriyah. Dharma, name, between jnana vairagyam, knowledge and dispassion, shanna, these 6 things are called bhaga. The one who has them is called Bhagavan. Oh, is there somebody who doesn't want Aishwarya? Not Roy. Dharma, Yashaha, Shriyaha, Jnana, Vairagya. Anybody who doesn't want these? All of us want. Where will you go? Motilal Banaras Das, Chaukam Bhashas. You will get books. You won't get there. You won't get there. You have to go where they are there. Where they are there? In Bhagavan. How will I reach Bhagavan? Bhagavata is the print form of Bhagavan. Bhagavata is the print form of Bhagavan. You will get there. That's why Bhagavata. Is that all to be told about Bhagavatam? No. What is its origin? What is its speciality? What is its origin? What's its speciality? 5G was there before 2G. 2G was there before 1G. If I say, you will say G. Please don't confuse us, we are already confused. 5G can never be there before 2G. 5G can come only after 4G. Right? So, the knowledge that comes later is always an improved version of the previous one. Bhagavata has come later than Vedas, Upanishads, Gita. What is the story? The story is Vedavyasa, large-hearted, enlarged heart. Right? How large is his heart? He has codified the Vedas for what? For getting recognition on Padma Shri? No, for the welfare of the world. Because Vedas were scattered. He edited, codified for the benefit of all. He found no, common man cannot reach this. This is only meant for few. Shudras, the definition of Shudras, Kshatriyas are all different. Anyway, whatever definition, they are not eligible. Stree, not eligible. No. God is available to all. Everybody should get it. What should I do? I will put the same truths in the form where nobody is prevented. That is how we created Mahabharata. Bha, knowledge. Rata, one who revels in that. Mahabharata. Right? For the benefit of all. It's called Panchama Veda. What are all in the 4 Vedas is there in that Mahabharata. And in that, the heart of it is Gita. Like in the whole Ramayana, the heart is Aditya Hridaya. Aditya Hridaya. The heart is Gita. He did it. Now he should be happy? No. I find not a lot of people who attend yajnas, attend all classes possible. Right? I know thousands and crores of people who can give even lectures, but I don't find them finding the peace. I don't find finding them the peace. Therefore, I am not happy with what I have done. I should do something more. As he was thinking, he found the answer in himself. Maybe I didn't sing the glories of the Lord. Put this knowledge in that medium. Gurudev says beautifully, knowledge soaked in love is wisdom. Knowledge soaked in love is wisdom. Maybe I didn't do that. Right time, all the time. Whenever somebody needs, there stands Narada. He was there and he himself found this is the problem. But he asked Narada, I have done, Narada asked him, you have done so much, why still you have long phase where you feel incomplete? He says, I feel I have not done enough. Is it because I have not sung the glories of the Lord? Narada said, yes. That is the problem. Mere knowledge, if it can give moksha, simple, tomorrow, we have several buses in Chinmaya Mission. Take few buses, put not even your talk, my talk, put Gurudev's talk on the mic and let everybody listen, they should get moksha. Because they got knowledge, they have listened now. Is it so? It cannot happen. Because that's not knowledge. Right? Where the head is there, the heart should be there. My head is there talking to you now. My heart has gone to tomorrow's stock market. Where the head is there, heart must be there to understand. Gurudev's lovely example. Normally, Kavita cooks for 3 people, herself, husband and daughter. One fine day, she has decided to call 50 people from Chinmaya Mission. I am hoping. Do not take things literally. Right? 50 people. 3 people she was cooking, now 50 people. What she did, she took a balance, weighed the salt, right? Weighed all the chilies, put and cooked. Does she do? Does anybody does that? Why? They get the intuitive feeling of how much is needed for 50 people. How the intuitive feeling? Because the head and the heart have mixed. There you get the intuitive feeling. This is called Jnana Chakshu. Head, heart, third eye. When the third eye opens, there is no Vishwa, there is only Brahma everywhere. That's called, the third eye opens, the world is burned. Shiva can never do that. Most friendly person. You just put daily 3 drops of water and say Om Namah Shivaya 5 times, he gives you everything. Right? He gives, how can you destroy the world? What it means is, when you get the knowledge, you will see only Brahman in all forms. You don't see anything different. That is called burning. Head and heart. When the head and heart have mingled, you get a new faculty called intuition. That's how the ladies cook. Gurudev puts it beautifully in 254 of Vivek Chudamani commentary. All of us are a combination of understanding and feeling. You have to feel what you understand. You have to understand what you feel. You have to feel what you understand. You have to understand what you feel. Then comes the intuitive, this thing. All knowledge comes from there. Brahma got the Brahma Jnana and all the Vedas. Where? Tene Hruda, in his heart. In his heart. All of you might have not known, before Newton discovered gravitational force, apples were flying up. Is it so? That time also apples were falling down on. Then what difference does it make? When it fall down, he inquired why they are not going up. This head was bothering him for 26 years and total heart was involved in that. Suddenly he gets the solution from his own heart. All answers for your problems are found in your own heart. When the head and the heart are married. When the head and the heart are married, you get a new faculty in you called intuition. That's what happened to Archimedes. Started running naked from the bathtub. Eureka! 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 Because suddenly he discovers. So, if you want to understand this in its totality, you need to combine the head and the heart, and that's what Vyasa found, Narada confirmed. Therefore, the same wisdom of all the Vedas was put in the language of bhakti in Bhagavata. Therefore, it's effective. You listen to Vedas, Shravana, then Manana, then Nididhyasana. But you listen to Bhagavatam, all happen here if you are ready. What do you mean if you are ready? There was one Atmadeva. He had no children. Bhagavata, 3 episodes come like that. Those who have children needed them, God gave. Those who don't have, doesn't need them, God doesn't give. You don't need them. These people insisted, all the 3 episodes they got into problems. I will be talking. The first instance was this. Atmadeva had no children. He was bathing in the river. Rishi comes. I told you, with Narada, one Rishi name I forgot. Angira, right? So, he was bathing and the Rishi came. Rishi asked, why are you sad? You are a king, you have everything. I don't have children. You know one secret. His worry was not that he didn't have children. His worry was what the world will think of him. All our problems are that. What the world will think of me. You understand? So that was his problem. So the Rishi said, why do you need it? You are an evolved person, Atmadeva. You don't need it. He insisted, no, this world sees me with a different eye. He said, okay, I give you. He gave a fruit, mango fruit. Give it to your wife, she will carry a brilliant child. He went and gave it to his wife. Wife is a mod lady. Mod illa. Mod means English mod, modern. Mod illa. Mod lady. He said, pregnancy, delivering baby, all wrinkles. I can't compete next year for Miss Universe. Right? She didn't want that child. So, she gave it to the cow on the advice of her sister. Sister is elder, so she has to be more intelligent than her in the material things. She said, I am anyway pregnant. You also pretend you are pregnant, put so many clothes. When my delivery period comes, I will give the baby to you. You remove all your clothes. I will say, my miscarriage. My child I will give it to you. For me, you give me this much money. You give me this much money. Contract was fulfilled. The cow ate that mango. It produced the brilliant Swami called Gokarna. It produced Gokarna. Is a rishi. This sister's son, with so much mind, what else they will be? You cannot have a worse person than that. Dunduli is called Dunduli because he makes so much noise. Dunduli. No, he is Dundukari. His mother is Dunduli. His mother is Dunduli. This Dundukari was used to all sorts of vices. And what happens when you develop vices? You beg, borrow or steal. this fellow finally comes to stealing and all that. So police were searching him because a lot of shops complained. These 5 women whom he was feeding with these stolen things found that the police are searching, they will come to our house also. Now this fellow we have to murder. They have murdered him, put him in the well. Right? Put him in the well. He became a ghost. Five women, 5 senses. You understand? You were feeding, and they will ditch you one day. They will ditch you one day. He became a ghost. So this this Gokarna wanted his brother to be emancipated. So he took Bhagavata Saptaha and his brother got moksha. All the other 400 people who were listening didn't get anything. They all said, nepotism. If only your brother went up, flight came to not all of us. Why? Because he felt the urgency for this, listened with all his personality. Total head and heart, he got it. You people half here, half at home, half at TV, you didn't get. So next time they also had and they also had. So this is the story of integrating the head and the heart to get the benefit. Atmadeva. If you do that, you get the benefit. From what? Listening. Listening Purana stories, I will get it. I will read Bhashyas, Mandukya, Brudaranyaka, Bhashyas, I will get it. Stories, what I will get. There was one man, I don't want to name him. When Guruji was taking here Bhagavatam, that man said, Guruji is bringing down the mission to stories, Bhagavatam. You understand? That's all his brain. I can now comment because he is not living. Okay. So how will I get what I don't get from Bhashyas and all that? There your head is somewhere, heart is somewhere. In this, same truths of the Vedas have been given here in the medium of love and devotion. Vedanta Saram. Vedanta Saram. Sarva Vedanta Saram Yet Brahma Atma Eka Lakshana, whose essence is the unity of Brahma and the Jiva. You are that God only. That is the essence of Veda. Sarva Vedanta Sarvam Brahma Atma Eka Lakshanam Vastu Advitiyam non-dual Tannishta Kevala Eka Prayojanam. It will take you to the stage where you alone are there. All others have disappeared into you. So that is Bhagavata. Bhagavata is Sarva Vedanta Sara. It was said in the earlier also, 3rd verse, Nigama Kalpataro Moolam. Nigama, Vedas. Kalpa. Kalpataru, the boon-giving tree, Kalpavruksha. Right? Nigama Kalpataro Galitam Phalam Sukhamukad Amrita Dravam Samyutam Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhraho. Nigama Vedas. The fruit of Vedas from the Kalpataru, which gives you whatever you want, Galitam, ripened, fully ripened, Phalam, and that poked by a parrot. Even today we say, Kili says, Totta Payam, Rumba Sweeter. Even today is that mango, however bitter it is, if a kili has poked it, it will be sweet. Shuka Maharaj is Kili. Shuka Maharaj is Kili. Shuka Mukha, Amrita Savam, that is direct from his mouth. Direct from his mouth. The fruit has become ripened. You don't have to pluck there or take it from the dust. From the Rishi, you get it direct. Amritadravam, Samyutam, Pibata Bhagavatam, Rasam, Alayam. Drink this juice of the Bhagavata, Alayam, till you reach your destination. Pibata Bhagavata Rasam Alayam. Muhuhu Aho Bhuvi Bhavukaha. All those people who, Bhavuka can mean several things. Meditators. People who are devoted, people who are emotionally evolved, all of you drink this nectar, nectarine juice of this fruit. So there also he says, Nigama Kalpa Taror, that is this fruit is nothing but Vedanta Sara. Nigama. Nigama is Vedas. Right? So that is Bhagavatam. What three things you have to remember? It's a combination of head and heart. Right? It's Vedanta Sara. Right? It gives you Nishraya Phala. Right? And you should be able to integrate and listen like Atmadeva. You should be able to Atmadeva. Why bhakti is superior? Why bhakti is superior? Shankaracharya, Sri Shankaracharya, Adi Shankara, was the champion of Advaita. Was the champion of Advaita. Advaita doesn't believe in duality. There is no God, there is no me. What does he say in Vivek Chodamani? Moksha sadhana samagryam bhakti reva gariyasi. Amongst the various means of liberation, bhakti is the highest. Who says? Advaita champion. Advaita champion says, Moksha sadhana samagryam bhakti reva gariyasi. Why? If you have bhakti, you will get everything else. If you have knowledge, head only will be swollen. Nothing will happen. Mere knowledge. Sorry, not knowledge, mere knowledge. There's another story there. A cow was there with two children, almost dying. Narada went and said, you look young, your children look so old and dying. He said, they are Jnana Vairagya, I am Bhakti. I also aged, but I went to Madhura Vrindavan and I became young. These two, Jnana Vairagya, have become old. They are not coming, I don't know what to do. Narada went to Himalayas and he saw his brothers, Sanat Kumaras, and he told them, they said, I will teach you Bhagavata. You go and do Bhagavata Saptaha, they will become young. They will become young. He did it and they became young. Bhagavata Saptaha. What is the moral? Jnana Vairagya without bhakti cannot bless you. But bhakti will produce jnana vairagya. You need jnana, but bhakti will produce. But bhakti will produce. Vairagya also. You are in temple, great devotee. You are in temple, great devotee. And all around sensuous sculptures are there. Does your mind go to that? Why? In the company of the Lord, your mind doesn't go to that. Your mind doesn't. So when you are a bhakta, your mind doesn't wander about the senses. And that's what again he says, Tad rasamrutam truptasya na anyat syad ratihi kvachiti. The one who tasted this rasa, nothing else tastes to him beautiful. So you have bhakti, you will get the other things. You don't have bhakti, what happens to you is only vibhakti. There's another story in Guruvayur. Narayana Bhattadri was writing Narayaniya. And one man was to come there and he doesn't even know how to pray, all mistakes and all that. This man had contempt for him. Then this man tried to ridicule him. Then Krishna comes and says, his bhakti is more valuable than your vibhakti, than your grammar for which you are finding fault with him. His bhakti is more valuable than your vibhakti. You understand? So that is the glory of Bhagavatam. And what more? Most difficult concepts have been clearly expressed in Bhagavatam, not even in Upanishads. Maya, you ask a Vedanti, he will blabber all book knowledge. Ya masa maya. That which is not there is Maya. Right? That which is not there, how can it be there? Right? And then you will say, Sannapya asannaha, several things in Vek Chudamani it comes. And then he could not define Maya. Aho Adbhutam. He just says, this Maya is really Adbhutam. I can't even describe it. This is Vedanti. Our Bhagavatam, simple. Ya manasa, vacha, chakshudbihi, srotrabhyam, gruhyamanam, nashwaram, maya, manomaya. If you can see something through the eyes, if you can hear something through the ears, if you can think something with the mind, if you can talk through these things, you are grasping it. When you are grasping, it is an object. It is not a subject. You are the subject. It's different from you. Since there is nothing different from you, it is only an appearance. And that is appearance comes from mind. And therefore this Maya is nothing but mind. Not only clearly expressed what is Maya, if whatever you can objectify is Maya, clear definition, whatever you can objectify is Maya, then he also said Maya is nothing but mind. Maya is nothing but such clarity. What is Samadhi? Anya Rupan Hitva Swaswarupena Samstiti. Having relinquished all other forms, staying in your own self is called Samadhi. Total clarity. That is Bhagavatam. You approach it with reverence, you will get everything. You ridicule it, you have to take another 5,242 births. Right? So, I told you in the beginning, 5G doesn't come before 2G. Bhagavata is by Veda Vyasa, after Vedas, after Mahabharata. So it has to be an improvised version of the Vedas and Mahabharata. Because it came later. It came later. Right? And this, naturally, because it's emotional, has to be put in the form of stories. The same knowledge in the form of stories, because your mind gets hooked to it. Your mind gets hooked to stories. Therefore, in the form of stories. As you grow, the stories drop down, you catch the essence. Like Krishna. All the portrayal of Krishna is naughty, mischievous, womanizer, flirting. This is all what you have heard, which is not true, because he has no body at all. Janma karma tame divyam yo veti tattvataha, one who knows my janma and karma. Right? He doesn't have a body at all. So there is no question of his flirting. With whom he flirt, he alone is there. Which is the second one to flirt. He alone is there. Right? So, in the story, finally stories drop down, essence stays. Even Krishna. You try to listen to him because he did all that you did. Telling lies, cheating, womanizing, flirting, you get interested. This God I like. This God I like. And you identify with him. As you identify, you cannot escape his divinity. You become the divine that he is. All your other concepts or false ideas drop down. So, in the form of story. Story is real or not real? Every story is real because it's happening in somebody's life. Every story is real. So it's happening in somebody's life. So, therefore, the stories here has some historical truth and given in a mystical language so that we can contemplate. Part history, part mythology. Part history, part mythology. That is Bhagavatam. It has 12 skandhas. Right? Skandha means branches. But given Dasa Lakshanas, it has 10 Lakshanas. Normal Puranas have 5 Lakshanas. General Bhagavatam, these 5 Lakshanas alone further divided and said Dasa Lakshana. Lot of people try to say this Dasa Lakshanas with each skandha, which is also not wrong. But it need not be strictly so. It has 10 characteristics that can be there in every skandha. Sarga, Visarga, Sthana, Poshana, Bhutayaha, Ishanukatha, Nirodha, Muktihi, Ashrayaha. These are the Dasa Lakshanas. Sarga, creation. In all Vedas and Bhagavatam, including Bible. Bible starts with Genesis. She comes from Christian school. Bible starts with Genesis. Creation is started. Why? Because all our problems belong to the created world, and creation itself is shown to you to be a bluff. Therefore, your problems are a bluff. Your problems are a bluff. 2 ways of describing creation. One, from God bring down everything. Second, from lower to go to the higher. And in that you discover, from God everything comes. They have to be God alone. From gold you cannot get iron. So everything is only God. From here you reach God. You have to leave the lower one, step by step you have to reach there and discover this, all that. Right? So the purpose of explaining creation is there is no real creation. Creation is the appearance of the same Bhagavan. That is why it's called Maya Asat Dhana Matram. It's not there. but it's experienced. How can it be? Hitesh, tonight you are going to dream. You are getting 5 billion. 5 billion. I just want 5 lakhs for all my rest of my life to go to some Tirtha Yatras, right? And to give some charities, 5 lakhs. When you get 5 billion, please give me 5 lakhs. Can you give me in the dream? It's not there. How can you experience something which is not there? You experienced it in dream. That's why it's called Maya. Asad not there, but Bhanamatram experienced. World is not there, but experienced. World is not there. Mandukya doesn't accept. He says world is there, but the world is nothing but Narayana. There is no creation. There is no creation. It's nothing but Narayana. Right? So that is creation. Then in creation, God, Narayana, created 15 fundamental factors and then said, Brahmaji, if everything I do, you will have no job, people will not respect you. So I created 15 fundamental things and you mix them with gunas and create your own world. That's called Visarga. Then I want to meditate on him because this world is Satya, Anrutam, a combination of Satya and Anruta. I have to separate. How do I know him? Sthana, where all is there in the Stula form. Manu created 7 islands and astronomy, astrology, describing. All this is nothing but God. So this is called dharana, trying to expand your mind through the known to the beyond the known. This is called dharana, stula rukshma. And when you do that, the sukshma Narayana you will find out. That is called sthana. Does it happen to everybody? Can't guarantee. Can't guarantee. Because each vasanas is different. Bhutayaha. Hiranyakashipu is a Brahmin because he is born to Kashyapa. Hiranyakashipu is a Brahmin because he is born to Kashyapa. His son is a Rakshasa, Prahlada, because he is born to a Rakshasa. But Hiranyakashipu is destroyed. Prahlada is saved. So therefore, it's not birth, they are the vasanas. They are the vasanas that make the difference. They are called Bhutayaha, 7th skanda. 8th skanda is Manvantaras, stories of Manus, various Manus, and then the best of the up to 9, best is 8 because you get the best lessons on surrender. All the 3 chapters of the 8th skanda talk about surrender. Surrender. 9 is various stories, and it says in the second, when it talks about this Dasalakshanas, when it talks about the Dasalakshanas, it says there, why all that, why didn't you take directly Krishna's story? We all want it. You have to prepare your mind. It has got so much of rubbish. Prune it. Prune your mind through these 9 skandhas. Then you will be fit to take the 10th skandha. You understand? There again there are debates. 10th Lakshana means 12th skandha. Some people say. Some say no, Krishna is important, Dasama skandha. Both are right. Our Sridhara Swami, Sridhariyam, he says both are right. We don't have to go to those technical things, right? Both are right. So 9 are given. Dasamasya Vishuddhyartham. For clarity and Dashama, the 9 are given. And the 10th is our darling, Krishna's story, Dashama skandha. 11th is, that's called Nirodha, destroying all negative things, destroying all the Rakshasas and all that. 11 is called mukti, moksha. Krishna himself leaves this world. And all Vedanta is in the 11th skanda. All Vedanta is in the 11th skanda, mukti. Finally, Ashraya, where this manifest, unmanifest, Maya, all merge in him, Ashraya. Through a small episode of Maya, Kararavinde, Padaravindam, Mukharavinde, Vinayeshayantam, Vatasya Patrasya Putasya Shayanam, Balam Mukundam, Shirsa Namami. That story comes there. That is Ashraya. So we have done second, up to second. No, we didn't do. Because the seed of the entire Bhagavata is 4 slokas. That's called Chatusloki Bhagavata. 4 slokas given by Brahmaji to Sanat Kumaras. They gave to Narada. Narada gave to Vyasa. Vyasa gave to Shuka. And Uttukatikendar, ivar Suta. He was giving it to Shaunaka. 4 has become by that time 18,000. So that seed Bhagavatam is called Chatusloki Bhagavatam in second. Right? Still time is there. This 5 minutes fast also. Right? But mind cannot take beyond this, and I cannot talk beyond this because it's a totally new subject. It's totally new subject. Thus Chatusloki. We will see tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll try to do Chatusloki and then try to do as many skandhas as possible. Right? Narayana has never let us down. He will make us do rightly, and on the 5th, he will reveal as Krishna. We will do that. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all. God bless you.
We are going to have Arati that will 6 people. People who have donated don't have to pay anything, it should be called. Apart from that, if anybody is interested, it's 1100. Please give your names earlier on particular days. Also, you can book your Arati and you will be called.
So, those of you who want to do Arati, please, no, there are few things here coming to money matters. Those who want to donate, 1. Those who want to be Sambandhi in Rukmani Kalyanam. If you have a son, seek the girl. If you have a daughter, seek the boy, right? You can be a Sambandhi. And those who just want to do daily Arati, that's the 3rd variety. Donation, Sambandhi and Arati. Those who want the details, contact Kavitaji and Sucharita, and if you are not confused enough, contact me. Right? So, these are the things. Please give your name. Today's Arati, she will tell. Tomorrow's also, she will tell. Those ever who wants to join the Arati, Arati costs 1,001. Marriage Sambandhi 4,000, plus you bring the cloth and take it back. 4,000 goes to the mission, take it back. Donation, sky is the limit. Okay? Right, Narayana.
So the names today are Ramalakshmi, Suraj, Ritu, I'm there, Rachna, and Ramu sir. Can I have a number 6?
போகிறோம் நீ அங்கே போய் ஆர்த்தி எடுத்து மாமா நீங்கள் ஒன்றும் பண்ண வேண்டாம் நாராயணன்
Open the prasad. Yes.
Someone at Shiva?
Suchi.
सब है
Suchi.
someone do it.
Here, this Krishna also can be done with Gurudev and two people this side. तो इधर आ जाओ नहीं तो इधर दो जने आ जाओ. You can do for everybody.
यहाँ पे दो आ जाना.
No. Wife will be 1 hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? No. Samalakshmi, your mom and you once. You go. Both of you together will come.
श्री